Okay, back on the record. We're dealing with cause 623-643, State of Texas versus Salman Haqqani. And Mr. Hagee and his client went into a breakout room to discuss possible resolution. Mr. Hagee, what did you come up with?
I think we're extremely close here, Your Honor. We just had 3 clarifications I wanted to ask about. First thing was, he's on full house arrest right now. Is it possible that in the 10 days he could go on partial so he can make a little money? Because he's going to have to pay back several people and he's hoping to start working.
Yeah, we can, after we can take off all kind of, whatever pre-trial restrictions I put on him will come off today. They may not go into effect till tomorrow, but they'll come off today. Where's he working? That's a good question.
Mr. Haqqani, where do you have the opportunity to work right now?
Before I got arrested, I had started a job at Sherwin-Williams. I was there for about 2 weeks. Then I went to my PO meeting and I was kind of arrested there and I got no call, no shows. So I got let go from there, but I have a couple of different opportunities. Like I have a friend that works at a Sunglass Hut. I just have to be able to like apply for interviews and just do like maybe stuff like that to get the money basically.
Okay. And sorry, that was one, Mr. Hagee. You had 2 more questions apparently.
Yes, sir. I wanted to see if it's possible to get 20 days just so you have a little more time to gather the money.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. And then the last question was, who does he pay the money to?
Susan can answer that question. Your microphone, there you go.
Yep, sorry about that. The probation will be made to the probation department. You can go and pay in person at 207 North Kamau, which is the 4-story building directly across the street from the jail. He can pay cash, cashier's check, money order, and he should also be able to use a debit or credit card.
Okay, so credit is available if he needs to make that option.
Yes.
All right.
And basically that would 20 days, we give him till 9:00 a.m. on Thursday, the 29th of July.
Okay, Your Honor, we would like to accept this agreement and move forward.
They'll accept that, what I'm talking about doing. State, is that all right with you?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Haqqani, in clause 623-643, the court accepts your plea of true to all conditions on the motion to revoke probation with an explanation. I grant the state's motion to enter adjudication of guilt to the offense of obstructing passageway, roadway, or waterway. I sentence you to 6 months in the Bexar County Jail. Assess a $2,000 fine plus court costs, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. However, if you pay in full make sure I get this right.
1275, Judge.
Here it is $1,275 plus a $2 processing fee, which totals $1,277 within 20 days, which would be, I'm going to order you to report to the Bexar County Jail if the money hadn't been paid at 9 a.m. on Thursday, the 29th of July. If you do pay that money within that time frame, you need to let your attorney know, who will let me know, at which point I alter and amend your sentence and waive your jail sentence. So the ultimate result is you're going to have a conviction for obstruction of a highway, and you'll have paid all your fines and court costs, and you're not in jail. Is that what our understanding is, Mr. Hagee?
Yes, and to be clear, his community supervision will be terminated at that point.
Correct.
Yes, sir. That's our understanding.
Okay. So ordered. Anything further from the state or the defense on Mr. Haqqani?
Nothing further, Judge.
He can turn in. Do I have him on scram and all this other stuff from the bond? Okay. As of this moment, he's terminated from the scram program. He's terminated from GPS program. He can turn those things in. This order will go in this afternoon, but once again, Mr. Hagee, they may not get it on the computer till tomorrow.
As for the Smart Start mobile device, an order will be filed with the court later today. It will go to your officer, then she will send it to Smart Start. So you probably won't be able to turn it in until Friday or Monday, but effective immediately, you no longer have to blow into the device because your probation has been revoked.
Okay.
All right, anything further from the state or the defense of Mr. Haqqani?
Nothing further, Judge.
Good luck, Mr.
Nothing
Haqqani.
further.
Y'all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. And then we're just waiting on Mr. Young and Mr. Salazar.
They're here, Your Honor, the paperwork I sent to you.
Oops, let me look. Yep, there it is.
Pat, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you put me in a room with my client so I can tell him what the state is recommended?
Your Honor, may I put them in a breakout room so they can discuss it? Okay. Thank you. Yes. All right. I will put you in one and in room 1.
Thank you.
So join room.
Alexis, I just sent you 2 gifts.
I saw.
Judge, when we're done, if we can stay on about 2 minutes to talk about some paperwork, or I can call you, either way, whatever you prefer.
Me? Yeah.
You want to stay on, or you want me to call you when we're done?
We'll stay on. We're almost finished.
All right.
Pat, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, apparently what they're recommending is revocation. He's got like 93 days in jail, which is,
Yes.
and he's a trustee. So he's got the equivalent of like 279 days.
Of
So-
course. So we need for him to come in so we can do this?
He's in the jail.
I know. Hold on. I need to get him again. I need to go in and tell him to come back into the. Okay, Your Honor, they're both in, Your Honor.
Okay, back on the record on cause 655-880, State of Texas versus Henry Salazar.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Morning, sir. This is let me get to it. Motion to revoke community supervision. Representing the state once again is Miss Alexis O'Connor. Representing the Bear County CSCD is Miss Susan Gross, who has been previously sworn. Representing the defendant is Mr. Wayne Young. The first document I need your signatures identified on, Mr. Salazar, is one entitled Defendant's Consent to Motion to Revoke Hearing by Video Conference. Is this your signature on this document, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Your Honor.
And Mr. Young, as attorney for Mr. Salazar, is this your signature on this document?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
The next document I'm looking at is entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, and my copy is not marked, but it should be marked. Quote, is a revocation of the defendant's community supervision, and the defendant has a right to appeal the court's actions revoking the community supervision, but not the underlying conviction. Mr. Young, do you agree that is the block that should be marked on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Salazar, is this your signature on this document, sir?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
And Mr. Young, as attorney for Mr. Salazar, is this your signature on this document?
It is, Your Honor.
And my understanding, Mr. Young, is this is an uncontested motion to revoke probation. Would that be accurate?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Salazar, and cause
Yes.
655-880 on the motion to revoke community supervision, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
All right, would that be
No, no,
true
okay.
defense?
That's
I can honest.
Okay, court accepts the plea of true with an explanation from Mr. Salazar. Ms. Gross, would you please advise the court and the parties of the status of Mr. Salazar's probation?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Salazar has performed poorly on probation in that he never even showed up to sign his conditions of probation. Phone calls were made to him, letters were mailed to him. We never got any responses. He has not paid anything and has a balance of $320, delinquent $70. He was not assessed any community service hours. He never obtained a Smart Start mobile device, and he never enrolled in or completed DWI Education Victim Impact Panel or the CAT-SNP program. He was placed on probation on May 12th. This is his first violation report, first motion to revoke. He has a criminal history, which is quite lengthy. He has prior arrests for theft, 20 to 200 shoplifting, felony burglary with intent, assault, bodily injury, non-family, 2 criminal trespasses of a habitation, failure to identify to a police officer with a Texas warrant, theft, 500 to 1,500, felony theft, 20,000 to 100,000, felony theft under 1,500 enhanced, criminal trespass on private property, interfering with the duties of a public servant, felony robbery, felony theft under 2,500 enhanced, as well as this current offense. He does not have a fine on this probation case, and the probation department is recommending revocation.
Mr. Young?
Your Honor, we want to go ahead and have his probation revoked. He's got basically, I believe 93 days that he's been in the jail, Your Honor.
And Pat, that is correct. He has 93 days credit, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. State
And
rep- I'm sorry, go ahead.
and
Yes,
he is a trustee, so he probably has 3 times that.
Understand. State, your recommendation?
Revoke and JSAT, Judge.
Mr. Salazar, cause 655-880, the court accepts your plea of true with an explanation to all allegations on the motion to revoke community supervision. I grant the state's motion to revoke community supervision. I sentence you to 180 days in the Bear County Jail, a $0 fine plus court costs, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, judgment satisfied. Anything further from the state of the defense on Mr. Salazar?
Nothing further, Judge.
You let Mr. Salazar. Thank you, Mr. Young.
Thank you, Your Honor. You stay safe.
I'll try.